Do abortion rights lie within the category of human rights? Is the right to abortion isomorphic to the freedom of speech? The problem with this analogy is speech is intrinsic. While some people have disorders, speaking is something we do independently. Abortion, on the other hand, is very modern technology that has made the procedure safer, but not safe by any stretch of the imagination. Freedom of speech protects something that is innate to human nature. Speaking, or expressing ideas in other words, is an innate function of human nature that has nothing to do with the determination of an organism. The right to free speech doesn't depend on technology or external assistance. It guards against interference in a fundamental ability humans already possess. Even if the state banned speech, people could still talk. The suppression would come from coercion, not from a loss of technological means. The right to an abortion, by contrast, protects a medical procedure, not a natural act that people can perform independently. Before modern medicine, abortion was more dangerous, more unreliable, and even fatal. The right here refers to legal access to medical expertise and the tools necessary to make it possible in a safer way, safer for the mother, that is. So the state's involvement is not prohibiting an innate act like talking, but regulating access to an intervention that only exists because of organized medical practice and technology. What are human rights? What else goes in the category of human rights? Speech, religion, defending oneself, right to due process, in other words, a fair trial. Any element in this category should act as a representative for it, like an equivalence class in mathematics. Therefore, if we can demonstrate that freedom of speech and abortion rights are very different, we're done. To prohibit speech is fundamentally different from prohibiting abortion. Speaking is an innate human capability, part of our natural faculties of reason and expression. To suppress speech is to directly interfere with a natural function of the human being, something we can all do independently. Abortion, by contrast, is not an intrinsic human capacity, but a technologically mediated medical procedure. One cannot simply abort in the same natural way one can speak. It requires instruments, training, and institutional support. Thus, while restricting abortion limits access to a technology and a professional service, restricting speech attacks something essential to human existence itself. In conclusion, the analogy between free speech and abortion collapses. Therefore, abortion is not a right, and framing it as a right of women fails. You have to defer to other arguments. Case closed, QAD.